Hello, I'm Liam O'Neill, and this is your May 30th Sound of Hope China Brief. We have 4 stories for you. Happy Memorial Day. Number 1, China is taking its poor economic performance very seriously. On May 25th, the CCP held an online conference to lay out steps for improvement. And number 2, in a Twitter post, George Soros made his thoughts clear on where he thinks Xi Jinping made a wrong turn. Number 3, Big Tech's cooperation with CCP censorship is exposed. And number 4, countries in the Quadrilateral Security Dialogue will help Indo-Pacific states track illegal fishing and military ships. Next are the details. Chinese Premier Li Keqiang sounded the alarm over the country's economy. He admitted that due to hardline lockdowns, the current economic situation in China is worse than at the start of the pandemic in 2020. The country might not reach its economic growth target of 5.5%. On Wednesday, May 25th, Li urged 100,000 local officials at an emergency online conference to take steps to stabilize the economy and promote employment. He said in an unusually stark warning that dynamic zero-COVID policy and shrinking demand had paralyzed parts of the country's economic growth. The economy is facing grim challenges. Shanghai, the financial hub and China's largest city with 25 million residents, has been locked down since March. The city has shut factories, suspended most local business, and kept residents at home. The lockdown also led to a logistics nightmare and quarantined truckers and a backlog of undelivered containers. Many foreign firms are concerned about their businesses there. The same is also true in China's technology hub, the southern city of Shenzhen. The lockdown has sent world supply chains into a tailspin due to labor shortages across all sectors, including shipping, logistics, and factory work. Wednesday's comments painted the grimmest picture yet. During the meeting, Li said that in some respects, the economic impact seen in March and April surpassed that of 2020 during the first outbreak of COVID. He pointed to several indicators, including unemployment, lower industrial production, and freight transportation. But he hoped to achieve reasonable GDP growth in the second quarter. Then why are Beijing and other important large cities still moving toward lockdown? Neil Thomas, China analyst with the Eurasia Group, said that the most important reason is Xi Jinping has invested significant political capital in zero COVID, which is portrayed as a shining example of how the Communist Party delivers good governance to the Chinese people. On Thursday, May 26th, research group Gavical Dragonomics wrote in a note that the emergency meeting caps an urgent series of official pronouncements in recent days, attempting to resolve the lockdown-caused economic disruptions. They also wrote, the urgent high-level focus on stabilizing growth opens the door for more aggressive stimulus measures to be deployed in coming weeks. Billionaire George Soros said on May 24th that China's Xi Jinping made a series of mistakes dealing with COVID. These mistakes may weaken his influence and cost him another term. Beijing and Shanghai have been hard hit by the zero-COVID policy, and they may find it difficult to make a comeback. Speaking at the World Economic Forum in Davos, Soros said Xi's insistence on adhering to the zero-COVID policy caused great difficulties and has brought the populace of Shanghai to the verge of open rebellion. Soros believes that Xi will not admit his mistakes, and it will therefore be difficult to see a change in China's pandemic policy. He said that the damage caused by COVID has been made worse with China's housing crisis, to the point that the global economy would be impacted. With supply chains disrupted, global inflation can be expected, and it is quite possible a global depression will follow. Soros added, Xi has many enemies within the CCP. His power and influence have been greatly weakened. On May 20th, a netizen posted a video showing that most of the stores around Beijing are now closed. And this video shows that despite beginning a reopening, Shanghai mass transit is largely empty. This video was dubbed the Lonely Ride. A netizen asked, with even Beijing and Shanghai shutting down like this, when will China's economy recover? Fixing economic issues is China's most essential task. The outcome will definitely impact future Communist Party leadership roles. As the 33rd anniversary of Tiananmen Square massacre approaches, that would be June 4th, many Western technology companies are cooperating with the CCP to censor relevant taboo issues. Foreign media criticized the move as acting as an extension of the CCP. According to a report by The Voice of America, Citizen Lab at the University of Toronto in Canada published a report on May 19th saying that Microsoft's search engine, Bing, is censoring keyword searches for politically sensitive words. These include Xi Jinping and Tank Man. The report said that Bing is not only censoring searches in China, but has even spread to the United States and Canada. A leader of the Tiananmen Square student movement and currently the chairman of the American NGO Humane China, Zhou Fengsuo, said that the censorship within America is, of course, a serious violation of American society. He warned that this was a path towards, quote, an information war of internal repression and external aggression in the future. He criticized Microsoft for helping to push the CCP's propaganda. The report stated that among Western technology companies, Microsoft and Apple are the two giants that fuel CCP censorship and propaganda, eroding freedom of speech. Some analysts worry that the trend will only increase, especially due to the expansion of Chinese capital and technology in Western markets. In the Indo-Pacific region, the number of Chinese illegal fishing boats and CCP military fleets continues to increase. At a summit in Tokyo on May 24th, the Quad, the members are the United States, Japan, Australia, and India, launched a satellite-based maritime initiative to help Indo-Pacific countries track these ships. An initiative called the Partnership for Indo-Pacific Maritime Domain Awareness, IPMDA, is being rolled out to help countries in the region track dark ships. That term refers to vessels whose tracking systems are turned off to avoid detection. A White House statement said that the satellite security system will integrate three key regions: the Pacific Islands, Southeast Asia, and the Indian Ocean region. It will enable partners in the area to monitor their coastal waters comprehensively. Several countries in the Indo-Pacific region have complained that China's large fishing fleet regularly violates their sovereign waters, causing environmental damage and financial losses. In addition, the CCP has historically used commercial fishing vessels as quasi-military ships that enable Chinese Coast Guard and naval activities. In the past few years, little progress has been made to contain such fleets. The CCP's Coast Guard now has more than 130,000-ton ships. U.S. officials said that the Quad Security Dialogue would provide funding to work with a commercial satellite tracking service to give the countries near real-time maritime intelligence. And that's our show for today. Thanks for watching. Please like, please share this video with family and friends. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, happy Memorial Day.